and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 9 on Fargo CW.
New for you now at 9 tonight. Fire officials say they believe the fire that burned through a West Fargo mobile home last night and reignited tonight was set intentionally. West Fargo Fire Chief Dan Fuller says the first fire was lit by someone, but they're still looking for suspects. The West Fargo Police Department is pursuing a suspect and will be handling that portion of the investigation. At this time, authorities have no one in custody and the fire has been knocked down again. Fire officials say they were investigating the initial fire as suspicious because there was no power or gas hooked up to the mobile home. Neighbors had reported seeing people coming and going from the home, but no one was living there. Officials also say they will be adding extra patrols to the area to make sure it's protected until it can be torn down later this week. Also new for you now at 9, a construction worker who was hurt after falling onto concrete Monday afternoon died today. East Grand Forks police say the man was up in the rafters at a home construction site when he fell and landed on the concrete. It happened around 5 in the afternoon. He was transported to Altru Hospital where he later died. His name has not yet been released. You might be seeing less teenagers behind the cash register taking your order or babysitting your kids. While some value the extra cash this summer jobs bring in, statistics show less than 16 through 19-year-olds are working while school is out. Valley News Team's Nicole Johnson shows us what they're doing instead.
It wasn't long ago some worried area pools weren't going to open on time this summer, facing a lifeguard shortage. Turns out Dilworth found enough help to protect the community, and so did Fargo and Moorhead. But the scare of a shortage is highlighting a bigger trend in the community. Less teens are taking summer jobs.
One of the questions I often get is, how come kids just don't want to work anymore? Like, well, I'm not sure that they don't want to work anymore. They have a lot of other priorities going on.
According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, around 43% of 16 to 19-year-olds are working or looking for a job. That's a 10% decrease from a decade before and a huge drop from the previous generation where 70% of teens had jobs.
This past spring, almost 70% of the high school graduates went on to college right away.
Carrie Fry with the Job Service of North Dakota says she doesn't think teens are being lazy. Instead, they're going for different opportunities.
And instead of going to work at McDonald's for the summer, they can go right into, say, a diesel mechanics training program or some type of technical training right away, and then they can get their career job sooner than if they wait and enroll in the fall.
Experts say other teens are taking summer classes to catch up or just don't feel the money is worth it. Either way, the trend is creating a tough spot for service jobs in particular. Many restaurants, gas stations, or local pools are short-staffed already and are losing college students for the summer at the same time. Nicole Johnson, Valley News Live.
Fry says there is a downside to teens who skip having a job, saying those who work gain real-world experience like managing money, time, and how to work with others. Coming up after weather, multiple parishioners from a local church reached out to us, alleging the church brought in a convicted felon to preach to the congregation. Plus, a 10-year-old Minnesota girl is recovering after being attacked by a pit bull. We've got more on that in just a few moments, but first, Robert, clouds are rolling in. Are we seeing any precipitation yet?
We've seen some showers and storms to the west of Fargo for hours now, and they're going to stay west of Fargo for the next little while. We'll eventually see a little bit of shower activity, maybe hear a rumble or two of thunder, but all in all, not a big deal as we head through the overnight hours. A live look outside on the CorwinAuto.com Valley Skycam, part of the Storm Team Skycam network. Seeing some breaks in those clouds off towards the west, and you may see a pretty decent sunset here in the next few minutes. Current temperature after getting up to around 90 degrees earlier today. We're at 75, winds out of the northwest at 13 miles per hour. Temperatures elsewhere, 70 Valley City, Langdon, Devils Lake, 68 in Jamestown. Off towards the east, 71 in Baudette, 71 Bemidji, 72 in Wadena. The warm spot right now, just shy of 80 in Fergus Falls, coming in with a current temperature of 79 degrees. Winds gusty out of the northwest behind the front, still southeasterly just ahead of that front. And it's a slow-moving front. There's not a lot of energy to work with, and we're seeing a few showers and thunderstorms out there, but again, it's not going to end up being a big deal. We've got quite a bit of cloud cover out there. Underneath those clouds, we do have some showers and some thunderstorms. The strongest of those storms north of the Fargo area, about midway between Fargo and Grand Forks. We'll get a closer look at some of this activity. Again, some showers in the southeastern portions of North Dakota, Lisbon down towards the Lidgerwood area, Jamestown, Valley City, eventually over towards the Tower City, Buffalo area. Going to see some of these showers, and these will eventually make their way on into the Fargo area. Up off towards the north, we're seeing some showers and some thunderstorms trying to develop north of Grand Forks, up towards the Hallock area, off towards the east as well from War Road down to the Roseau area, and that stretches all the way down to near the Fosston area. Outside of this activity in our area, not seeing a whole lot. A few more showers and storms down in South Dakota have rapidly diminished for us as we head through the night. That slight chance for a few isolated showers and maybe a few rumbles of thunder. That will push on off into northern Minnesota, Bemidji, Baudette, War Road, Roseau. You may see a few showers as we head through the morning hours. For the rest of us, though, it looks like we're going to stay dry as we head through the morning hours. Now, as we head through the afternoon, upper level low right back here, that's going to slowly make its way off towards the east and southeast. And as we get the heating of the day, we'll see a chance for a few isolated showers and storms bubbling up mainly in the northern portions of Minnesota. And that activity will quickly get on out of here, pushing off towards the east by tomorrow evening. Here in Fargo, we start off the day with partly to mostly sunny skies, a temperature around 60. A few more clouds at lunchtime and temperatures in the mid-70s. And we're going to top out in the upper 70s with that small chance for a late afternoon shower or thunderstorm. Picture of the day, a beautiful picture sent in by Kristen. Thanks so much for sending that in. A bright valley sky in the Stephen, Minnesota area. Going to use that as the background to our 7-day forecast. And yeah, that slight chance for a few showers and storms late on Wednesday. Thursday looking nice. Friday even better. It's going to be hot. But over the weekend and on into next week, a chance for some showers and some thunderstorms. And some of those could be strong and perhaps severe, so keep it tuned to the latest forecast as we head through the weekend and into next week.
All right. Thank you so much, Robert.
You got it.
A man has died from his injuries he received during a fight in downtown Fargo last month. According to Fargo police, 45-year-old Jamie Grant was one of the men knocked out during the fight outside of the Hodo, resulting in life-threatening and ultimately fatal injuries. Police say they received word from Grant's family yesterday that he was, in their words, brain dead, but was being kept alive through a ventilator pending organ removal. 43-year-old Darren Patterson was arrested in connection with the fight and faces multiple assault charges. The Cass County State's Attorney's Office may amend the charges once the organ recovery procedures have been completed. There's no information on the condition of the other man who was knocked out during the fight. A 10-year-old girl from Crookston, Minnesota is in the hospital after being attacked by a pit bull. Authorities received a call last week from Samantha Van Wert in Brandon, Minnesota, saying she was heading to the hospital with an injured girl. The 10-year-old was at the Van Wert home and was planning a sleepover with the woman's children. At some point during the night, the pit bull lunged at the girl and bit her numerous times. Van Wert was eventually able to get the dog off of the girl and put it in the garage. Van Wert asked police to remove the dog from the home. The dog's body will undergo testing for rabies. The victim's name is being withheld at this time until all family members have been notified, and this case remains under investigation. Allegations of nasty church politics and a man convicted of abusing his position as a preacher. Several members of the Plymouth Congregational United Church of Christ in North Fargo contacted our whistleblower hotline, saying Marvin Kelly was asked to preach this past weekend. But Kelly was already convicted 16 years ago after a situation in Fergus Falls where the court found him guilty of abusing his power as a preacher after having a sexual relationship with a woman coming to him for counseling. Kelly told us over the phone that he's not serving in any capacity with the church, that he's already paid his debt to society.
Very concerning. We withdrew our membership this morning. I know several other people have withdrawn their membership just out of concerns for who they have representing the church right now. You know, it's a perfect position for somebody that's a predator.
We're told the previous pastor was ousted just last week, and many are deciding to move to a new church. And as mentioned, the story came to us through our whistleblower hotline. So if you need help uncovering fraud and corruption in your community, be sure to call us at 701-237-6576 and leave your tip. A member of our investigative team will get on the case and go to work to expose the truth. On the menu tonight for a restaurant report card, one restaurant is being served for possible contamination on the dishes. Another is taking home the Clean Plate Award for keeping things fresh. Valley News Team's Abby Furchner has more.
Two similar restaurants with two different outcomes. Our first stop is the Vietnamese restaurant Viet Palace. They were cited for not having their dishwasher temperature to the right degrees. This could cause contamination and bacteria, not to mention residue from before to be left on the dishes. Management said they fixed the problem immediately and that this is the first time they have had this critical citation. Izumi Sushi and Hibachi is keeping their restaurant fresh and clean by getting new food shipments in twice a week. This isn't their only secret to success. This restaurant leaves a break in the afternoon for cleaning before the dinner rush.
Foods make the fresh made every morning, making sure that we have enough to serve for the lunch. And then lunchtime is over, we usually have a 2-hour window break on it, and then we usually prepare that for the dinner menus. And that's why, especially with sushi, everything has to stay in fresh, making sure, no contaminations, anything like that.
This is why Izumi is this week's Clean Plate Award winner. For Restaurant Report Card, Abby Furchner, Valley News Live.
To look at the full inspection report, head over to valleynewslive.com and click on this story. Still ahead tonight.